My ex sold my belongings from our storage unit, so I told her buyer the truth. Nicole and I broke up 2 months ago. We had a storage unit in both our names, and I kept putting off removing her access, which turned out to be a huge mistake. I went on a work conference for 5 days last week. When I got back and checked the unit, I noticed the lock looked brand new, but my key still worked. Inside, everything valuable was gone, including my grandmother's jewelry box, my grandfather's war medals, and my mother's china set. I called Nicole, but she didn't pick up. When I texted asking what happened, she replied, "I handled that clutter problem. You should thank me." She called my dead grandparents' things a clutter problem. These were the only items I had from them, and she knew that because I told her the stories behind every single piece. She had definitely sold them for quick cash for her new apartment. I spent 3 days frantically searching. First, I hit every pawn shop in town, but nobody had seen the items. Then I tried antique stores, where one owner mentioned someone called about selling war medals, but never showed, which had to be her. Finally, I went online, checking every shop within 50 miles. That's when I found them on an antique shop's Instagram from 2 days ago. Just acquired an amazing estate collection. There was my grandmother's jewelry box in the photo, my grandfather's medals on velvet, my mother's china displayed like art. I clicked to their website and my heart sank seeing sold for $15,000. I called anyway, desperate. Linda, the owner, answered, and when I asked about the collection, she said something that saved me. The buyer's payment just fell through this morning, but someone else is coming tomorrow. I had less than 24 hours. I didn't sleep that night. I gathered every piece of proof I could find. Photos from Christmas showing the items at my place, my grandmother's will leaving me the jewelry box, military paperwork with serial numbers matching the medals, even the original 1987 receipt for my mother's china. Next morning, I rushed to Linda's shop. She greeted me warmly, asking if I was the one who called. I placed my folder on the counter and told her those items were stolen from my storage unit while I was out of town. Her friendly expression vanished. I showed her each document. Linda studied them carefully, then went pale. She said Nicole had told her she was downsizing after her grandmother's death and even cried about it. I pulled up Nicole's Facebook showing posts from 3 years ago about all 4 grandparents already being deceased. Linda's face turned red with anger. She said Nicole made her an accessory to theft, which could destroy her business reputation. She demanded Nicole's number immediately. Linda called Nicole on speaker while I held my breath. She announced, "This is Linda from Antique Treasures. You sold me stolen items. The real owner is standing here with proof." Silence. Then Nicole's voice, casual and dismissive. "I don't know what you're talking about." Linda's voice hardened. "I have the text where you admitted taking things from the unit. Bring my $15,000 back in 1 hour or I call the police." "I don't have it anymore," Nicole said. "I used it for my apartment." Linda started dialing another number. Nicole yelled, "Wait, what are you doing?" "Calling my lawyer first, then the police," Linda said. "This is fraud and grand theft. Stop, please." Nicole was panicking now. "I'll figure something out." She hung up. 40 minutes later, Nicole walked through the door. Seeing me, her face drained of color. "This is entrapment," she said weakly. Linda stood up. "This is consequences. My money, now." Nicole pulled out an envelope with trembling hands. "I only have 12,000. It's everything I have." "Not enough," Linda said firmly. "Please, I can get more tomorrow," Nicole begged. "Now or I dial the police," Linda said. Nicole's shoulders sagged. "My emergency fund has 3,000, but that's for medical expenses." Linda waited. Nicole walked to the ATM next door and returned with the cash, but Linda wasn't finished. "I want 3,000 more for damages and a written confession," she said. Nicole's eyes widened in shock. "I don't have 3,000 more." Linda started dialing. Nicole practically screamed, "That's literally all my savings." "Your savings or your freedom," Linda said coldly. "Choose." Nicole was crying as she transferred her last 3,000. With shaking hands, she wrote out a confession admitting she'd stolen and sold my property without permission. Linda took everything, then retrieved my items from the back room. While packing them, she casually mentioned that Nicole had told her about hiring a locksmith to make a new key after our breakup, which explained the new lock. I removed Nicole from the storage unit that afternoon and installed my own lock. I texted her that I had her written confession if she ever came near my belongings again. She never responded. That night, unpacking my grandmother's jewelry box, I discovered one thing missing: her engagement ring.